Remy International, Reading, Pennsylvania, and we're honored with a seminar today on small circle jujitsu and grappling techniques. The instructor himself is becoming very famous in Europe. He teaches seminars all over the United States and mainly all over Europe. He lives in London, England, and he's been doing the martial arts since he's been a child. So I want to introduce Mr. Leon J. Give him a round of applause.
In small circle jiu-jitsu, we have 10 principles: balance, avoiding head-on collision, mobility, stability, mental resistance to distraction, focusing to the smallest point, energy transfer, fulcrum, lever, base, sticking, rotational momentum, and transitional flow. The professor's come up with these and he's put them together well. He's thought them through. He's probably the hardest working martial artist I've known in my life. All my life, as far back as I can remember, sleep was never important to him, 2-3 hours a night. But his mind was always focused on martial arts. Even when he was walking down the street, he'll stop and think of new entries for the judo or for jiu-jitsu movements. All the time. He'll wake up at night. Still to this day. And you hear the typewriter pounding away, because he had some thoughts that he didn't want to forget. This is him. He's been doing this, he's been obsessed with this longer than I've been alive, longer than most of us have been alive. It's pretty powerful to have that kind of person around. You get to pick his brains for it. Balance is primary. When you're on balance, you have 100% of your strength. If you're off balance, you don't. You start diminishing. Avoiding head-on collision. When a man is coming to me here, I do not want to oppose this energy. What I want to do is allow his energy to flow this way. So I'm just going to move up on the 45 here, the hand and elbow lock, and take this hand this way. I'm going to touch him right on the heart point on the inside here, just to open up the arm. So again, as he comes to me here, this right here, everybody do this. Okay? Now if you look, you see, I'm not using the head of the radius because then I have to change my grip. I don't want to do that. I have that luxury sometimes. What I'll do is I'll just touch here. If I lift here, the energy goes from the shoulder. He can resist me very strong. What I want to do is open his arm up in this position here. He's weak. This motivates him in that direction. Right here. This way. Now I want to cup at the elbow. And I want to pull back to the fingertips. And rotate into this way. Okay, everybody do yourself a big favor and do the wrist exercises now, this way. Loosen up your wrist. This exercise right here is the first exercise we do, probably the last of my day. As far back as I can remember, we've been doing this. This is the key. Ken Kawachi taught my father this in Hawaii. How to use the wrist, power of the wrist. Okay? And limber them up a little bit, because we really do put a lot of energy into the wrist right now. Okay? So one more time. What I need to do is move up on the 45, this way here, just gently. Not with this leg here. That's a common mistake. If I do this here, what can be the problem with this? I cut off all my weapons, and he's got an advantage over me. What I need to do here, if this slips off, at least I can still play. So again, step up on the 45 just slightly, touch in here, open it up here, and bring it back to itself. Okay? Let's do that. Let's go. Grab a partner. Let's go. So if you do find somebody with flexibility in the arm here, when you touch here, if you feel that, that's when you shift, right here, to the hammer lock. We can do that. We're going to go into the hammer lock. But first let me explain how a hammer lock works. We used to do it this way, right here, bend. Or we'd be grabbing his arm this way, trying to wrench on it. The problem is that if he's strong, we come out this way. It gives him more to work with. What we do now is that we cut back into the elbow this way here, right here, and then stand up. His escape is that way. We don't want to allow him to do that. So just in here. So it works in tight this way, right into the crease of the elbow here. I'll lift and I'll cut this in this way. So from here, I'll shift, and I'll just pivot off this way. Take him here. Now, like I said, if he wants to go down, I want to bring him back up. There, here, I don't care. Up here, it's fine. Okay, so one more time. From here. Feel the looseness, the shifts, right here. Okay? Look at how I'm carrying him here, the shoulder. Not like this. This way here. Keep it in tight to the body. You need to keep it in tight. Whenever a person wants to escape, they try to create spaces. You know? what we do is we take away those spaces. We mind the gap. So we need to take that away. Inside here, I'll take this away, nice and tight. Tight to my body, not out here. It gives him more room to play around. Keep it tight. Lift and drop. Okay, let's do that. Let's go. Let me show you this point on the shoulder here. It works in tension. So when I have the pressure on here, it works. Right over the muscle, right inside here, right where the crease is. Over the fold right here. Backing up. And it's this direction here. Not straight in, but up in. Especially when you torque it together and you do the two together. Right inside here. Sometimes if we don't have that kind of time anymore, we'll just go right here. Okay? Let's try that. Let's go. Two-way action, very important part. Energy comes from two sources. I'm lifting here and I'm driving down here, but I'm continuing that motion right here. I'm not stopping. I'm not just pushing down like this. My mind is going this way. I'm driving it here. So from here, this way. Not only am I lifting, I'm driving this energy downward. You need to send it down. Again, inside here, move forward, up and down, drive that down. Okay? Really, concentrate on two-way action. Everything that you do, you should be able to apply two-way action to. Every art that you do, every technique that you do. If you're not doing two-way action, you're missing something. Let's go. We're going to go over it again. What we're going to do this time, we're going to reach, we're going to touch the hand first, at the elbow. Go for the elbow, not at the hand. I want you to develop the sensitivity in your hands, and we use it in our forearms too when we come this way. So I know how to get there every time. All I want you to do now, at this point, you can either use the two bones here, the elbow and the radial. It lies right in between, on each above the point of the elbow, right here. Okay? What it works on is a vibration. So what you want to do is rub that point. You want to get to it? This is my landmark. The elbow is my landmark. So when I touch him here, if I get my finger on the elbow, I know I need to come up to it. If I get the heel of my hand on it, I know I need to drop down to it. Touch here, turn this up this way right here, lay this heavy. And I'm going to shift. Okay, do not disconnect, just keep it right there. Let's do that briefly and we'll move right on. So here, here, and here. Okay, let's go. Knuckles. You must use them this way, the points. You can't use them flat this way. Because all he'll do is give you $10 for a good massage later. It's no good. You need to use the points this way. And penetration is the key. Sometimes if you look, I'm doing this here. Because it just keeps my hand from sliding off. If you're going like this and it's falling all over the place, just touch it with your thumb here. And it'll create a reference point for it. Okay, so penetration is the key. You just don't want to go like this. You need to drive in this way. We have a series of exercises that we do. These. We do this all the time. That helps develop these movements for us. So right inside here as well. Right here. Penetration. And then, very important. Now, watch this hand. So from here, what I want to do is two-way action. Right here. This way. Okay, but we don't want to put it. I want to use this.
No, go ahead.
There's another art. So remember, two-way action. So as I'm doing this here, I'm raising up with this one. It's not this business. That neutralizes the energy. Right here. This way. Okay? Let's do that. Thank you.
Yes.
So now what I want to do is integrate the two together from the shove. As I take him here this way, and lock this into the body here. What I want to do now is just shift my body this way, get him in motion. I need to keep him in motion, then I'm going to slip through to the arm bar. One time. So from here, take him up, move him this way. And here he is. I need to keep him busy. I can't do this while he's standing there. Then I try to come underneath his arm. He's too strong that way. I need to keep him in motion, have him dealing with pain and balance. So from here, remember the shoulders that we did? Right here. Do not disconnect this hand. When I touch him here, I do not leave that. As soon as I touch him, I know where Golgi is, because that's the next move. I'm thinking ahead already. I'm going to go next. Inside here. Slip through. Okay? Now when you do this, make sure you don't go head first underneath here. It's no good. When I move him here, my hips are going to slide through. This way and here. Give it a pull. All right? Let's go. Two-way action. And I get him here. I'm moving him here so that I can go this way. It's happening twice as fast. Mobility is very important in what we do. We tend to pivot on the balls of the feet mostly. But inside, when I do this, I want to minimize a lot of movement. I don't want to be doing a dance underneath here. That's something else. What I want to do from here is minimize my steps. If you look, I'm taking one step. So I'm using my body right inside here, this way. Almost looks like you're winding up for a throw, yeah? Right inside here. So you shift this way here. And step through. Hit first. Two-way action. Mobility, stability. Okay. Let's try that.
Remember, you're to keep it
All right, the next technique I want to do, this comes off the shove as well. This time we're still going to open up the arm here. But this time I want to grab his index finger here, and I want to base it right here. And I'm basically going to do this movement here, like this. Right side here, and base it here, open him up, and wring him out. One more time, you need to base this to the body, very important. If I just peel this off over here, it's no good. When I lock this to the body here, and I roll this up this way, that's when it works. If he's very strong, what I'll do is I'll shift up, take his elbow up, and then turn it up. Makes it very easy for you that way. For him, I would choose to do that straight away. I would take this over here, and I'd shift it up this way, which opens up the arm for me, and then turn it back into it. Okay, let's do that technique. So, the finger here, remember fulcrum, lever, and base. It's one of the principles of small circle. I can demonstrate it from the finger lock this way. If I push at the lever here, lever, lever. I'm getting confused in this country now. It's lever in this country, right? Right? It's lever, it's clever. Okay. So if I push at the lever, that's my result. When I pull at the fulcrum here, that's what happens. So you need to create a fulcrum, and it's fulcrum, lever, and base in that order for a reason. If I take a finger lock here and push at the lever and then do a fulcrum, that's my result. If I work the fulcrum first and then the lever, that's my result. It looks the same. It's not. And that's off of this action right here. We've actually changed this wrist action slightly. Before we used to go this way. Now we're just going here, and at the end, we're shifting here. For several reasons. We use this in our chokes, we use it in our finger locks, arm bars, leg bars, punches, just about everything. So, when I'm inside of here, this way, I'm creating, here's my fulcrum, and also my base, and there's my lever. You need to understand that. If you learn fulcrum, lever, and base, it will tighten up every and any joint lock that you've ever done, or will do. You can apply those principles to it. They're in my father's books and video number 1, book number 1 and 2. So, from here again, what we're going to do is going to take him out this way, up. And what I want to do is shift. I want to roll it like this way here. I'll tuck this right in the pocket, right here. Okay? I'm going to keep the pressure this way on the fingers, sorry. Right here. And I want to raise this slightly to bring his head to this position. I don't want him up here. Because the next thing we're going to do, we're going to slip right into the guillotine. This way, the choker. Okay? So here, take him this way. Right inside here. There he is. This hand, I'm going to do thumb wrist entry. Everybody put their left hand out. Say 2. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Put your left hand out. Take your hand this way with your thumb like this. Yeah? I want you to take it and circle around here, this way. Circle. From the thumb to the wrist. Whenever I do a choke, it's the same thing. If the head is down, I'll take this here under turbo warmer 17 and peel him open here. I stay to the contour of the neck. You never do a choke like this, because I'll break his nose, I'll break his jaw. I don't want to do that. I want to choke him out. So I slide right inside this way here. Choke. So stand up. So from here, I bring him to this position here. Just turn around. I'm going to touch him here. Then I'm going to work this in for the choke here. But the choke isn't over yet. Because if I stay here, this hand can still play. What I need to do is pivot right here. Okay? That's very important. I had someone do this to me in Florida. I caught him in Florida. He says, I didn't finish the technique. We're taking one piece at a time. He goes, I have a problem. I said, what's that? And he goes, wham! So I took him and just hung him for a while. And I was really upset. And when I felt like it was okay to let go, I thought, nah. And then when he started passing out, I let some more blood in so he wouldn't pass out, and then I did it again. So, again, inside here, open him up, tuck this in to here, right in here. That's very important. And the pressure this way keeps him in there. That's when I can release with this hand here. Now, this hand here is going this way. I'm pulling in and creating pressure this way. Here, in, torque. Now I'm going to come in this way, right here. Okay? All right? Let's do that so far. Let's go! Watch. This hand here pulls his head down. I need to do that. Otherwise, he's just if I just do this here, he's still standing up for me. It's no good. So this pulls him down. I don't want him too far, like that. I want him right here. Okay. Now here's his head. When I come in for this choke here, I'll release this part here. Now the shift from here to here. Now look at the stress that this put is causing here. Stress here. Okay, everybody do this exercise now. When I get everything tight in here, this way, now I'm going to use the wrist. In here, shift this way, everything's tight, then comes the wrist. In here, this way. Take up all the slack, remember. Don't allow any gaps. Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
So again, here we go. Down, shift, and up this way. Now, if his head is like greasy, you never know. They might come popping out, so we're going to shift right into the Hawaiian choke. Comes out here. This way. All right? And I roll the energy from one side to the other. One time. Here. Here. Bang. Here. Shift. Oops. You all right?
It's all right.
Right here. Now it's like I'm clapping hands outside here. The elbows need to be together, not this way. You might have a problem with this because your muscles limits you from bringing your elbows in together. This way, shift, out to the Hawaiian choke. Now, wrist action. Right here, and close the elbows together. Basically, just want to slice his head off. Okay? Let's try that. We're going to work off the finger lock right now. Finger point. We all know that you have to work fulcrum and lever. Right? Fulcrum and lever this way. Where the palm faces, he goes. You've heard this before. Sure. But faces palm this way, he goes this way. Face down, he goes down. Face up, he comes up. Remember to grab on the finger and not just not on the hand. If I grab on the hand here, you close your finger right now, I lost it completely. It won't work. It change. You need to be on the finger itself. You need to cut in at the fulcrum. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift him off. Remember, your working area is right here. So I don't want to be breaking my arms out this way here. I'm not going to do this. When I do move this way, I'm going to shift off this way too. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take the finger lock from the point here. I'm going to turn it out this way to move him away from me. Take that hand out of play. I don't want to turn him this way. That hand could come in and hurt me. I need to move that hand away. So I'm going to take him off this way. Now I'm going to shift it back. And with my elbow, I'm going to catch the pericardium right here. Now I'm going to pull this to my hip here because I need to move him in position. I'm basing him with this arm. I won't hit it. I'm going to come off this way, shift in the pericardium. The strike usually takes him down. But now I want to move him where I can turn him off, right here. This way. This is basing it. This helps me maneuver him. Okay? Out. Strike into the hip right here. I can go here, here, and we go back into the arm bar. Or, if I need to, if he has partners and friends, I need to shift him off this way. This is where the shift comes, right here. So again, finger point, and take him out here. Boom. Inside here. 1, 2. Keep the contact right here. Don't disconnect. And then back to the arm bar. Got it? Okay, let's do that. Here, I got that. George Dillman taught me one kata. I only asked for one. He taught me nai hanchi. When I was sitting in Houston, I thought, oh, how do I do this? How does this thing work? And I thought, oh my God, this is it, right here. It comes from here. What's the next move? Here. So what we're going to do from here is this, the hip. Now I need to move him this way. What I need to do is keep that base here strong. I'm going to shift over into the wrist lock. Take him here. Bam! This way. Here. Here. This way. Pain, 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 pain. Let's do that part. Let's go. Thumb wrist entry again. Here we go. I want to keep it close to the body here, but this time I want to slide into the collar. Right? Sometimes you want to slide into the collar, sometimes you don't. If I do it this way here, shift him over this way. And I'll take this point and put it together. And I'll use two-way action. Here's the shoulder. Coming forward as well. I'll take up all the slack here, push forward with the shoulder, and we'll twist in. I'll come in this way here, taking the collar. Up inside here, nice and deep. Not like this, it's too much play. Right in here. Now watch my wrist. See how I'm working off my forearm here? Right? So, when I take him here, and we trip warmer, it opens him up. I take this part, I slide it over to the V, right in here. Not here, like this. There's too much gap, too much space. I need to be inside here, this way. Roll this over. The movements are small. So I'll come in this way here, take it up, and then work your wrist in. I want you to do these two right here. So again, this one, and I want you to work this one inside here, this way. Make sure you reach up high with this. It's very important, and I want you to get the feel sliding along, right along the neck and body line here. Or just on the neck itself. And getting that thumb into here, because this is going to be important to the next technique. Okay, let's go.
Tap the minute you feel pain.
Don't forget this wrist exercise. Take this off the punch. What I want to do is a 3B or brush grab strike. Inside here. Now from here, after you hit a person that way, you naturally want to bring their head back. So I count on it. Inside here, boom. All I want to do from here is slide this in this way. Watch my body slip up. Here. I'm going to take control of this arm right here. Now what I'm going to do is basically sit straight down over here and drop in here. Cut across and choke. post these fingers here. Now watch. You can post them here and draw in here. When it's tight, work the wrist in. Continue the energy. Not just like this, but the elbow forward this way. This can catch in here too. When I bring that over right here, drop in here. A little slow motion. Shift up. And then drop. You don't want to pull him this way. It's too much like half especially if he's a big person. I want to use gravity. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut him below the back of the knees right here with this leg. This leg's going to turn out, and I'm going to do this way. You see that? Right here. Okay? Let's do it. Look around. It's a little tight. Make sure it's clear. Okay? All right, this time I want to take it on the inside. I want to move on the inside this way. I get my metal here, and I get my wood right there. Come here, some. Okay? So basically, it's rotational momentum movement this way. It flows nicely. So as he comes into me this way, I can come here, here. Now I use hammer fist in class because it's safer. Otherwise, I'll go this way, right here. I want to get gallbladder 2 and 3, right in front of the ear, right here. But at the same, I don't get him to go out. And I'll come back to here. Yeah? Bang, bang, inside here. I'm going to kick out the spleen next, right inside. And lean him down this way. Slow. Here, here. I want to grab the arm as well. Because when I kick him out here, I want to make sure I direct this arm down to here. Next, I'm going to slide into the choke, right here. Inside here. Pick up the spleen on the inside. Use the shin this way. Lock him up here. If I want to. Hook him here. Lock him up this way. But we'll do it this way for now. 1, 2, here, back. Do not kick shin on shin. Make sure you take it at this angle this way. So I'm cutting through this way. Right here. Drag this down. Here's the choke. Now, when I step through here, I do not step and touch here. I want my energy to continue. This hand and my foot is both leg is going to go in the same hole right here. This is going to go into hammer lock. Half Nelson. Right here. Right here. Okay? Let's try that. Basically the same thing here. But this time what I want to do is take out the leg this way. Through here. Go slow. Same thing. Boom, 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 boom. Here. I'm going to step in. I'm going to bring this leg back. Now, in judo, we lift the leg for the throw. Uchimata or like that. And that's fine in tournaments. But in the street, I think I want to rather retain my balance. So that's why when I step through here, I come this way here and pop the leg. Now I have my balance. I'm still on balance. It's not like we're both up in the air like this. So again. Right here, this step's behind. Step close to the foot right here. I'm going to come in and tight to his body here, not out here. This is no good, I've got nothing out here. Inside here this way. You want this too. You get the wrist points, fine. As I pop this out here, in here, that's when we're going for the arm bars. Yeah? This way. One more time. Okay, let's go. there's a takedown, grappling takedown that everybody's seen. Last year when I was out in Detroit, Dan Severn, I was teaching him. And he was telling me that in the UFC, he used to come in this way here. The problem was he got choked out with the guillotine. So he moved it in a little bit. I thought, well, let's see, how do we get on the points now? So basically what I'm going to use my head is the spear here. And behind the knees, the two bladder points, right here. And release his knees. Everybody, stand up. Feel directly in the center of your back of your knees. Squeeze in and pull to the outside. That's where it does a crossover. So you pull one point to the other. You feel that? Okay. So as we're coming in here, this way, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to squeeze in the knees. I'm going to take him down that way. Actually, next time I'm going to retain the legs. That's later. First, I want you to feel this. All right? Let's try that. Make sure it's clear behind you. Yeah. So, anyway, what you would do is you would come in here anyway and drive. But this just helps motivate it. This just helps really take him out. Both his legs are gone. What we're going to do now, carefully, when you do this, as I come inside here, and I hit him here, take him down, I want you not to just lift it up because he's going to slam on the ground. We're going to do an old thing right inside here. We're going to reach in. We're going to catch the points on either side. The bladder points right back here. There's two places we're going to actually go for. Take Achilles and then also in the middle of the calf. This one right here. Lift and drive this way. Or we'll come to the Achilles tendons here. I'll lift this way. The important part is to control the toes. Turn over. If I don't control, you're strong this way. Push. He's strong this way. When I control the toes right here, you can't do that. So let's go. It has to be tight inside here. Right inside here. And push back on the toes. And then lift. Now, what I'm using again is this here. Right here. This way. Use the wrists. If you want to grab here, that's fine. Take him inside here. Okay? We're going to go into the Boston crab. Remember the old Boston crab? I'm going to use this one here to help him move. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take him on the toes. I'm going to look him up here. Okay? I'm going to control him at the other toes. Okay, so what we're going to do again? So from inside here. Take it easy with him. We know that we can lift it up and the legs go. And he'll hit his head, but we don't want to do that. We're going to be nice. Reach in here, up here. Get it on the bladder point right here. On the Achilles tendon. Try them both. Okay, let's go. Okay. Remember, you have to get him up on his shoulders. You cannot turn the man here. I need to get him up on his shoulders for the spin. Right inside here. Now, his hand's going to come loose. I'm going to pick him up with the toes, right inside here. Hook him inside here, and down. This ankle must go deep behind the knee to make it work. It cannot be like this. There's no pain. I have to separate the joint. So from here, right here, goes right inside in the back of the groove. This way here. My foot here is on the toes. His knee is going towards the outside here. Let's change angle. So from here, after I release, from here, this way. Now, for more pain, this leg goes back and up. Okay? This comes to the center of the body here. All right. More time. Inside here, slip. Okay? Let's do that. Okay, this time we're going to change the point slightly. I'm still going to come in here for gallbladder and bladder behind here, but this time I'm going to get spleen on the inside here. And in here. I'm putting him up here. I want to drop this leg right in here. I want to split him. This is what I want to do. Now we can play. I'm going to keep him apart. his legs and keeps him on, I'm on his liver point right inside there. His leg point. One more time. Shift inside here, this way here. See how that opens up that leg when I touch that? You don't want to catch the point on this side here and do this. That shifts his body like this. It's no good. When I hit him here and pull the leg this way and catch the point here, it opens him up like this. That's what I want. So I'm going to side here. Pop him up. Open him up here. Let's try that. Let's go. Walk off the strike. Well, what I'm going to do is on the professor's arm trap. I don't know if you've ever seen me do this. As he comes in here, I'm going to scissor hand here. I want to catch him on the hard point. Some of you guys want to do this. But instead of coming underneath here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top right here. This way. Up over the top. And then from here, I'm going to do this. Back to me. Pull this and turn it back into me here, and I'm going to shift just like I'm going to do a throw right here. So here, this comes back on the one point. Inside here, turn, shift, knee and head, knee right here, here. Now, I do not put the thumb in this way because it causes limitations. I actually have the thumb outside and grab the blade of the hand here. Now this is where small circle really comes in. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a circle this way, do a circle this way, and I'm going to use two-way action. Here. If I have this thumb in here, chances are I can't get the proper wrist action here. Do it this way. So one more time. Just going to go over the top, after the strike. Rotate back into my body this way, right here, and then shift. Okay, let's do that. To clarify, when I'm striking into heart 2 right here. Careful, careful, big heart, have heart problems. But basically, I'll stun the arm. Here, this way. Bring it up. If I come underneath, that's fine. Then we'll go into the arm bars. But I'm going to go pop it this way. So I'm going to go heart 2. Next, I want to roll this over lung 5. We know lung 5 releases the knees. We utilize that. Lee and George, lung 5. First knockout I ever saw him do was the arm knockout. Boom! Amazing. Inside here. Now, it's this that's going to do this. Right here. Lock it to the body. Not like this. If he's a bigger person, you're arm wrestling now. It's too much like work. What I want to do here is lock this to the body here. Now, not straight into his shoulder either. That's why I pivot here. Take him out. Lock him up here. If you have a problem with this, shift on into this. So, bring that back into your body, keep it in tight, don't wrestle this way, shift you out the angle, and take him down. Okay, let's continue. I need my American fix. I need to come back home and be with my people. I mean, England's a really lovely, no, I better not put that in. You know, I just want to say that I'm really grateful that I was born into the family I am. My father, you know, has brought me up that way, with an open mind. He's never, ever inhibited us. One time. He's always encouraged us to go out and look and seek new things. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met the Dillmans. And after I met the Dillmans, my God, my jiu-jitsu changed a lot. It's a lot better. And I really appreciate that. And I thank him for helping me in that way. Some of us are going to come up and do some knockouts. There's one that I first saw that was supposed to be an ankle break. You're supposed to go up to the guy, step on his feet, and push him back. And when he falls down, he breaks his ankles. I thought, okay, how do we change that? Okay, let's use Sensei Dillman's theory here. There's a point that I can step on the feet here. Either foot I can use. If he reaches for me, I can bring him into my body here, this way. I want to reach up right here. I want to do small circle.
Set him up, set him up. Climb back up a little bit. Climb. Let the camera see it.
We're going to do, this is off the move that Leon was doing earlier. Coming to take it into the Kotegash, doing the punch from the Hachi. Okay, what he was doing was, after you did the finger lock, and coming to Kura Kari to take him down, if you were going to take him over, I would come and I would strike right to triple warmer 17, which is your down block, and then your punch. Okay? So we'll just go through the whole routine. In, take him down, rotate over, in. So it's a combination of the wrist lock and...
In West Virginia, and we came back in, and there was a gentleman who wanted to shake my hand, and he dropped in the thumb lock. I hate that because my thumbs have been dislocated so many times by my father, and it hurts. So what I did is I took him up on his toes here, in the finger lock, reached up.
Last weekend. He did a technique off a wrist grab, center lock, but he did without holding on with the other hand to drop. Well, since a client over here is doing a technique from here, we get the stomach on both sides. I said, well, what happens if I do in here instead? Here's one arm out, here's the other arm out, we get small intestine on the neck. This way. If I want to get a little extra insurance, I can rub. Here.
Technique right out of the Seizan kata. I used to be an Gichin practitioner, and we used to practice a technique where you take the arm down, we would lock and attack this nerve here. We didn't know it was a nerve at the time. We attack that nerve and make the person go down. So applying the techniques, applying the pressure points, this nerve runs all the way up to here. What I do is, as the person punches, parry, take the arm down, bring it to the outside. As in Seizan kata, you shift this way. You can also hit strike the inside of the leg, but that's not necessary now. And you would attack with a rich hand to the side of the head, right on the ear. So he would punch, parry, bring the hand to the outside, attack, and strike.
Where it comes around like so, comes across, does a punch. This is from behind. Someone's coming up from behind you, grabbing you like so. You would strike to the upper leg, come around, get on the triple warmer, tap him right here. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3.
Enjoyed myself. I'm having a good time with this. As I said before, we have some T-shirts I freshly smuggled in from England.
Let's hear it for Leon J. Everybody's released. Thank you.
what happens.
We need some healers up here, catchers.
You
Birch?
take, you revive me. If he
Bill,
goes
yeah,
out, you
here,
revive
catch.
me.
Or somebody, okay.
I'm gonna touch
And
here
you catchers kneel down so you can
and
see.
here. I'm not gonna hit.
Now explain what you're gonna do
You
again.
get triple warmer here, underneath, and you touch the gallbladder.
Get him back, get him back. Bob. Man, that guy's really out.
Now, Dr. Dave, how you guys gonna work this, Dr. Dave and Dave? Explain what you're gonna do.
Okay, what we're doing is, like we did out there for a little bit, finger
Need
technique.
catchers.
Finger technique, coming down like this, taking a move out in the hanchi, where we're sliding. I'm gonna catch spleen 6 down here, which is gonna buckle them. From here, another move out in the hanchi, come this way. I'm gonna come straight across and go ladder 20.
And not so hard, right? Take it
I'm
easy.
sorry.
Okay.
If you're up front or you're over here watching, you see their eyes just go. They fold back, they've lost.
Into a system by just holding lung 7. And as we do that, we know we've got enough in there when we see this knee dip a little bit. So we just get a little bit of a little reaction there. Now close the energy exiting on touching spleen 4. And then we'll just rub conception of SL3 there just to close the returning energy off. So it's just a matter of putting a little pressure there, tapping on that, and then just doing a little rub right there, and should have a nice reaction. Should go straight down.
I won't fall back, I'm going straight down.
Okay.
So anyway, he'll grip up, now tense up his upper body a little bit there. And then we just put a little feed through there like that. Get a little bit going.
Too late.
Bring her up, Ken.
This thumb, and he's going to be punching me. Then I'm going to hit large intestine and tap gallbladder.
Okay, concentrate on what you're doing.
I'm coming on this side.
Chris, if you want to come up here for a better look,
When he's tensed up here, you're gonna want to get a little bit of bend in his arm.
you can. Look at him. You concentrate on him and the camera.
That way I can reach in here and do whatever I'm gonna do. So, gonna get in the large intestine, express down in liver, straight in on one leg. So I've got to make sure I get this.
Jesus. I didn't mean that. But it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. He's gonna show the three times on a pressure point, or 3 pressure points to a knockout. He did this for here before, and I didn't get it on video, and I wanted this video.
He's going straight back.
And you were coming which way?
It don't matter, you just get ready to catch it.
Grapple.
You get in there to help too. Or you
If
go
somebody grabs you, obviously they're going to be tense. One of the pressure points is right on the fold of the eyebrow. If you tap it 3 times,
Gotta go down.
Get his leg, get him up. Did you see that? You had to be on this side. He froze.
That. This move, what we're doing is if the person comes around and grabs this way, what you're going to do is you're going to dip down. We're going to catch liver, kidney, spleen, and we're going to strike liver with a hammer fist. And we would strike liver here, but rather than do that, what I'm going to do is just tap my stomach. So we're going to leave one out. Leave one liver out. So he comes around and grabs.
Jaw tight.
And just.
Good move. Up to hit stomach, and as he dips forward, we'd actually spear stomach. The next move is this. We actually grab the head, hit bladder on the back. We won't do that though. We're just gonna hit here, and I'm just gonna tap this like this instead of actually spearing. So it's just gonna be this and this.
What's into my battery, so I hope that.